It's alright. We all cry a little bit. We walk down the street of a busy road. Cars whizzing by at 35 miles per hour. Maybe a train is gonna come whizzing by. It's gonna stop your way. Travel for maybe 5 minutes straight. That's a long haul. That thing. Long enough to be a Texas true bred Frankfurter. Made on the open flame. You sit there and you ponder your existence. What's it all meant? Why am I here? 1,200 miles away from home. Came down with a girlfriend who is now long gone back home. Less than 6 months. Can you believe the gall of some people? Less than 6 months? Packed her bags. Her and the roommate butting heads. Her not the flame from 7 years ago in which I originally felt. 7 years. When I was 17, I met her. Them biblical numbers, she gone, I'm redefining myself. I'm still here in Delray Beach, Florida. I'm sweating a little bit, walking down the street. Walking the Pet Supply Plus is the place in which I inhabit most of my time, working, stocking them shelves full of that genuine dog food. You want that limited ingredient, grain-free, origin, lamb and apple, maybe venison, and yeah, venison's 140. I can't believe people pay 140 for a bag. I spend all day lifting them. Actually, not all day. I spent like 2 days a week doing that. Like 3 other days just trying to stock like face shelves. This is a very easy job. But I feel like I can't believe how I got straight away from my path. I was walking in a straight line, right? High school, naturally inclined in almost everything I put my mind to, except drawing. Drawing, I can't draw a proper stick figure for all that. My life was on the line to be over. I'm not even going to attempt it. In terms of sports, athletics, intellect, in terms of drive and passion I had towards life, in terms of future commitment that I made towards myself. I was at 110%, enjoying life, flying high like a high vibe and burn in the sky. As I would say, something steered me away from that path. What was it? Was it the 52 Delson robo trips? Was it football running into them boys full speed with my head down? Was it snowboard? I remember there was these little bumps. It was a little bit icy up there in the Mountain Creek Northeast in New Jersey, biggest terrain park on the East Coast. It was icy before this little jump, right? And I'm trying to bob and weave. I'm trying to carve a little bit, and I catch a slight edge, but I'm still forward. And I go off this 30-footer all in the wrong direction. I'm doing the penguin while looking up to the moon itself. It was nighttime. I was looking at the stars up, just felt like 5 seconds. Now it came crumbling down. I bumped my head, of course. My head took most of the damage. I rode my snowboard down the hill all wobbly, fell a few times more, but made me a stronger person. You wanna know why? Because I know even if I don't have a brain, I have a drive. I might have been down for some time, but I still have the will to survive. So that's the only thing I think about. As much time as I spent down in the hole, at least at 24, I know the difference between what it's like to live and to die. Here, $11 a week after the bud skis. For food. Ramen, rice. That's what you gotta do, bro. Once you find your soul, nothing in this physical world matters. Just do what you love. Keep on trucking, my boy. I spent a lot of time in my life wondering why I couldn't do a lick of nothing. It's like some higher force had me permanently stuck in the situation I was in order to fully experience whatever I needed to experience.
Yeah, I spent days withering away. I spent days not doing much at all. Looking out the window, looking at all the people walking by, thinking, wow, they're so free, and I'm trapped up in this inside building with the Wiccans upstairs as well, blasting demonic music. 3 o'clock in the morning, shaking the walls and shit. I didn't realize it at the time, but upon retrospect, now that I know all my frequencies, I know that they were dealing with the dark. So I guess we had a little bit of demon in the house, or whatever. You know, you gotta learn how to sever off that demon yourself. Going into yourself, finding your breath. In and out. As such, it's as simple as that. For real. Just sit there, a conscious mind. Maybe put on some binaural beats and just focus on your breath. Say, thank you, God. I see this world as in perpetual perfection, and I want to keep on walking that line of infinity. I want to. When the Lord made the word, He said it was good. It's all good. Anything that's not all good, you gotta get out of your life, kid. Maybe running into a spiritual catalyst like myself was the bump on the head you needed to fully understand. There's a lot of people out here that want to suck your soul. You ever get a funky eye and you feel that in your bone marrow? That can't be normal, right? Some of us are chosen. Some of us feel on a deeper level. I think all the other people are NPCs walking around, no purpose at all. What's the reason? No reason at all. Oof, I saw that firsthand. Now that the truth has come full circle around, I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to spread the good word. It's all good. It's all good. And it will forever be good. That's how you're supposed to operate. Not on that murky black. No, it's all good, bro.
Maybe I could. Yeah, that hurts my soul. I can't express myself without people giving me that stanky eye. They have to do that quick double take now. What the? Excuse me? It hurts because I have to go out of my way to go out of my way sometimes. But then again, if I go out of my way to go out of my way, am I going too out of the way for going out of the way? Know what I'm saying? And those are just things I always think about before I go to sleep. And the sleep doesn't come easy to me. Not with the Zans, not with the Bespedal, not with the litany of all the other things Sir Ellington found along the sidewalk of Delray Beach, Florida. There's Neil's. I might get some crack one day. I might get some purebred coke the next. And I might get some morphine in a pure IV form floating off from the IV copters like Left 4 Dead one by one. You never know what this Delray Beach crowd gonna finna drop your way. So, in essence, I always try to keep myself grounded. Spiritually speaking, I envision myself with some roots. And them roots are growing deep into the earth. Earth is encompassed by a firmament that God made with His words. See, God made this shit with His words because He's so powerful. That shit crazy, huh? Yeah, I think about that. I'm like, oh, I understand why the words that I utilize are powerful. And numbers, all the numbers that are coming to me, I'm not really too fearful of what's next in my life. I'm more fearful about not utilizing myself. I might as well go head first, and if I hit my head and get concussion with all kinds of blood leaking out, with no kind of water that should have been saving me, then so it shall be. But for me, I know I have a skill and I'm gonna do it. Some kind of God's child, some kind of, I don't know. I don't like to see it because all the average people start looking at me funny everywhere I go. It could be Target, it could be Macy, it could be even the Shell gas station when I'm getting 89. Jersey boy out there, yeah, I am pumping my own gas because that's what everyone else does. I was also a gas man. I know the pain. I'm an average man, know what I'm saying? I've been through my trials and tribulations, and it's never gonna end for me. Sir Ellington, if you ever need anything, get me on the phone. I will talk to you. Maybe with you. I love you. Good night. I've taken my turn being the man who everyone came to pronounce their problems. And I had a lot of problems myself that I couldn't get to fixing or solving or nothing. They just get posted up somewhere in oblivion. But oblivion is a big list of probably close to 1,000,000 things that I've tried to get done over the years. I never could get around to doing. Still hurts my soul quite frequently when I look back to all my problems. Like when I ran away from home, self-reportedly, because I didn't want to go to outpatient. 17 years old, it was either outpatient or I was moving out. I said, I'm going to Poppy's. I'm gonna smoke my butt ski. I'm gonna drive my little white boy butt down, or up rather, to the spot of New Jersey. So that's what I did. I went 78 west, 287 down 80 down to 15 to the high school that kind of resembled a prison looking. And I still did my time and understand I had this wavering anxiety underneath all this that honestly, to the God up above, I believe everyone had this kind of anxiety. Like the world was gonna implode upon itself. Every day we woke up 6 o'clock. Buses are coming, the dew is very cold. I never knew my soul was being crushed all along the way. So years 1 through 12, my soul got trampled on as I tried to keep up. When I got kicked out, I finally made it my comeback. Maybe my senior year I get to walk. Mama, I did it. I'll show you about the grades. I can graduate now, finally, for the first time. And guess what happened? There was a dog that went and said, Joe Locker got something that we don't like the smell of. And 5 days before being able to walk at graduation, your boy, Sir Ellington, handcuffed, head down, walking out the principal office for all the world to see. AC/DC playing on the radio down at the station. It wasn't really the charge that hurt me the most. It was the fact that I knew that I was going through my trials and tribulation period. It was going to be a long time before I resurfaced my head. And I did. I was 24 though. That was 17, 18 years old. I had known, I would have dipped my head so daggone deep and resurfaced at the time in which I did. I would have second guessed, maybe contemplated twice the existence me going down that hole in the first place. But I knew it was something I had to do, so I put on my hard hat. And I knew it wasn't the easy way. I could have taken daddy's gift and maybe went to a good school or two, but I just never felt that vibrational frequency that colleges floated on. So I did my 6, 7 years down in the dirt, rock bottom pounded with the fist of God himself. When I found my soul and I realized we're all meant to hit the rock bottom low point, but when I did, I rose up better than ever. I had my own chisel on point, rock solid. 24 years old, I did what I needed to do. I'm the light beacon of hope. I'm coming down telling you, you can do it too. If you need help, call me up. I will help you up. We'll do it together. I love you guys.
We fighting for the bear side. I don't give a fuck what you got to say about that, boy. It's the good word. We gonna put our head down with the light shining bright. Tom and the tank engine. Here's how we gonna do. Here's our industrial plans. Got them spread out on the floor. Luke Skywalker walks in with Darth Vader on the side of his hip. He says, you can use both the light and the dark if you put your mind to it. You just gotta walk that fine line, that slither fine line right between the hip. And once you find that energy within yourself, you allow it to break out of that permanent stasis of fluoride and all that poisonous shit. Once you find yourself, I don't give a fuck about what you got to say on me, motherfucker. I'll come back with a vengeance, with a passion and a chip on my shoulder, like a surefire Western Texas shooter. Get hands up. Don't do it about it. Bang!
Wow. Wow, we're all together once again. The best of friends. Hi, my name is Luke. It's a very big pleasure being known to Big Luke. How you doing today, Scouts? Good. That's great. Hi, we're gonna travel up the mountains. You got them little skippy pippy packies? Yes, sir. Alright, you strapped them on good. Alright, you hop on the old knapsack of mine and we are gonna be headed onward to the right direction. Yes, sir. See, in my day, whippersnappers used to have to walk uphill one way and walk downhill the other just to get to the same spot that they didn't give a fuck about in the first place. Oh, it's an honor. So what's your name, kid? I'm the Terry. I remember the day my daddy had the sniper's scope of Adolf Hitler, and it was wet with the blood of the Virgin Mary herself on the scope. Right prior to that, he locked and loaded up that tang. He said that he was feeling some kind of energy before he pulled that bullet, but something stopped him. He pulled him away. He said no. He said no. My family deserve another go at this. Not me. My bullet don't mean nothing. He was a coward. My family could have been the family that killed Hitler. My family could have been the fucking... We could have done it. And he took all the credit for it, that bastard. I wonder what percent of my mind is worth any percent of the time. And in reality, I think a time. It's not really on my agenda. I could cross it off. I could care less, quite frankly. Dogs. Hello, doggies. Can you please take it down 2 notches? 2 notches! That's not that much to ask for. I feel like I'm a good person. If I were to ever have a little baby boy, baby, anything, I feel like I could be a good overseer. Be like, that's a little part of me. That's half of me. Damn, look at that kid run like the hand of God himself over there. Reggie Bush. He's off into the distance. But I like to hold my compliments into the back of my hand because I know kids are a scary thing. You gotta wake up. That's a lot of time, hard labor put into some kind of product. You don't know what it's gonna turn up like when it's 18. That's the expiration point. That's like some kind of science experiment. We all put these kids through these different kinds of systems. Some go through mental illness. Some go through sports. Some go through entertainment, satanic, sacrificial shit. And we all come out at 21 and we all look at each other like, oh, boy, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep going out. But me, I went like 180 degrees to the other direction. I don't even know where any of those people are. Why they even went there in the first place. I'm somewhere I look up and I'm like, oh, I don't know where to, but I'm headed off to the right direction. Because I get these signs every day that constantly remind me that some of us just are meant to break the mold. There's nothing to be worried about. We're all together, somehow strung amongst quantum physics until the infinite. We can try to kill ourselves, we can't. We're like Jack and Lost. Get used to it, kid. Get used to it, kid. But I understand life is meant to be lived. We are meant to find ourselves. If I can't find myself, I extend my hand of gratitude to the hand of God. Thank you for everything which you have given me, God. Thank you. Once I start giving my praise to the Most High, life start getting better for me exponentially. Thank you so much, God. Thank you. Always say that. Doesn't matter what you're doing. I always start out, even if I'm having the worst day in the world, roll out of bed, and I say, oh, praise the Most High. What a beautiful day to be alive. Woo! Start doing the same, kid. Start seeing results. Start seeing them dollars stacking quotes. Woo! The only way we gonna break that self-proclaimed mold in which we've implanted in all of our brains is to acknowledge the fact that we're born and bred into a society that don't give a fuck about you and most certainly don't give a fuck about me. And that's just the truth of the matter. We are like makeshift Duracell batteries that have sexual desires that lead us towards the dark side of temptation. That's the only difference between us and a Duracell battery. I could toss that fucking thing in the drawer for 25 years. It's gonna come out the same as it was before, a little bit rusty. That's life. You can't expect atrophy to not happen to everything. Everything in this world is gonna be eventually formulated into pulverized mush beneath our feet in time. That just goes to show you, we as humans, we're malleable. We got brains that can be hacked in 9 different directions, and that personally scares me because I see the darkness that can go through one's mind, and also I felt the light, so it was a very conflicting existence on my part. Born on the cusp of Leo and Virgo, I feel that every day. I'm like, one day I can rip apart a room and say I'm the one who's meant to be here to get in all of your faces to tell you that this world, there's so much more to our existence than just sitting here with these black mirror phone screens of death implanting on our retinas until the day in which we cease to demise. I could be like that, but then I could go 2 weeks in a row. I'm just recluse. Don't fucking knock on my door, else you're getting You getting the sauce. You getting the sauce, hitter kid. You don't want to come my way when that mindset be taking place. So I have an inner battle within myself. I see society, and there's a battle going on outside. I can't run away. It's time to put on a full suit of body armor in the name of the Lord. In the name of the Lord, I'm going in head first. I don't care who's going to try to stop me. There's something that needs to be done.
Don't hate the player, hate the game, cowboy. I don't think you seem to have realized the significance of the situation you haphazardly stumbled upon. See, what I'm dealing with right here is the very core essence of what makes a person a person. Is it a soul? Is it something else? I don't know, I've been down, I've had enough money, I could buy whatever, it don't matter, kid. If you don't have those like-minded individuals bringing you up, reciprocating that love, reciprocating those vibes, what's the point? You gonna stay stagnant if you don't feel them vibes. Your whole body starts vibrating as well. This ain't no offshoot. You will feel it, and your cats are gonna instantaneously be transmuted a signal, and they're gonna come running across the hall, and they'll say, "Poppy, I feel you again." I'm gonna say, "I feel you too." It's all real. Energy is so very real. I can never describe it. Not with these words. Not with spelling. We casting them spells. Not with the English language. I'm trying to master it for what? For what? It's all filled with double meanings, triple meanings. It don't make no sense. But the vibes is something I can feel. And the feel can be felt by anyone. It doesn't have to. You don't have to be Puerto Rican, Jamaican. You don't have to be German. You don't have to be French. If you feel the vibes, you feel the vibes. And that's what I'm realizing. I want to transcend all barriers of space and time. I just want to feel the vibes. It's about time someone comes to you with some sustenance. Gosh. Everywhere I look is as shallow as a half-an-inch pond. It's as shallow as a raindrop, if I may ask myself. I mean, what's the point of all that? I want something deep. I want some love. I want to give you all that I have. Most people don't want to listen. They want to just kindly disregard me off my shoulder. I say, okay, fine, you can have me any way in which you want me, but one thing I have to let you know is that us God children, we came here for different kind of purpose you'll never understand. You fuck with them God's children, you gonna feel the wrath from the man himself. Unfortunately, you just done fucked with the wrong kid. And it's not your fault, because that's what your life, we are all predestined to meet each other. Any kind of random encounter in which you thought you had, that ain't random. That's the universe. That's God, Lord Jesus Christ, and everything that is good putting us together for a reason. God and Jesus Christ is the way I want to go about living my everyday life. Spreading the good word. It's all love. Anything that's not love, we're gonna toss that stuff over the mountainside. You'll never see it again. It's all love around these parts. Don't come at me with no bull kind of shit, because this is my true self. And I'll tell you from my heart, I have nothing to give but to love. And I love you all. If I could feel that reciprocating energy, I'll take you in as family. I love you all. I never wanted to end. I came here for a reason. It's to spread this love. This world is at a lack. The lack runs so deep. Oh, it really murks up the old soul of yours every time you travel down into them murky waters. It does. It hurts the soul a little bit, trying to soak in all that presumptuous energy. You don't have to do that, though. You can sever yourself off whenever you want to. You don't have to be part of the crowd. What's the point of being part of the crowd? You were born an individual, able to see since the day you were born. Programs sliced up in the moldiest and darkest of boxes try to make your mind something that surefire is not. I will never conform to that system. I broke out of that shell, now I'm flying high in the sky. What's the point of revert? Just look back at school. What did it serve you ever? Aside from just molding your mind to be a good slave. And raise your hands programming, TV programming, telling lies to your vision. People don't have the eye to see that. Oh, it's the indoctrination runs so entirely deep. It used to get to me. I didn't know which way I should go. Now I realize this is meant to be by God. This is all Jesus Christ and the Most High. Well, I give my blessings every day to the source of all this world and everything that I've ever loved. We know Satan's down here. Satan's trying to slither his way up the front of my doorstep. I got my BB gun, and I got the aim of surefire Western Texas move. You ain't coming anywhere near my household, boy. Get off my property and don't ever think about coming back.
Oh, yeah, let's try to take a fucking rippity dip real quick in this shit. Rippity dip real quick this shit like, oh, Nelly. I've been reading the signs back to the biblical vines. Wine and dine, spoke to God, found the ultimate prize. Something involving a rhyme. I don't remember the cognitive function in which I used at the time when I time. Curving the line like a Randy Moss vine to the mind times 933 divine plant so sublime. Dalmatian time. That's Lou. One thing is clogged so fine. In fact, a little concerned. Yeah, I was a little concerned, especially in regards to my future. I was like, man, I know my grades aren't that good, but then again, I know I have potential, coach. I don't know what you're trying to say to me. And my potential was never seen through the cracks or the slivers of the grapevine. I was a God's child. If I could have been on any kind of sport team other than baseball team, I would have been on top of Rocky Mountain. I could throw a football over them mountains, but I stopped doing that, and I found my soul. 'Cause at the end of the day, I've walked into a lot of houses with a lot of old people. I've interacted back and forth. I've smelled death. I've witnessed death. I saw my cat die in my own hands. I said, Pumpkin, I'll see you again, my friend. I've smelled death. Understand? I've been through so many things in my life. Every time I start thinking about it, I start welling up at the potential thought of my life. Oh, I remember when John F. Kennedy done got his little boy brain splattered all over his wife of his, Jacqueline, something like that. Oh, his done got splattered all over the place. I couldn't believe my eyes. I was nothing but a young little gal at the time. But, oh, it was so scary to me. I remember coming off that school bus, wondering if they were looking at me as well. Life ain't always what it's meant to be. It's just the sign of the times. It's just the sign of the times. If I had to say something about it back in my day, I'd say that these black phones are some sort of demonic witch hicks that all these children are just locked down to. I've never seen. Do you want to talk addiction? You don't know Flocka? You don't know some crack pipe on the alleyway on the I-95? This shit's all the same. When you get yourself in front of a piece of technology, you're hooked, line, sinking down to the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean.